So, the map once again is gonna be Kusoge. We're gonna have M28 AI in these slots on the top left side. And once again, for some reason, this slot from the M28, this time played by Kraglor, is gonna start by building single T1 pigeon into air factory, into bomber. So let's see how the team Farmslecie is gonna respond to that threat. Meanwhile, on the top side, yep, just like in the game before, this AI is gonna go for the land factory. So it seems like Stackhouse and Xavier are gonna play this slow and steady, going for the land factory. Meanwhile, the pesky Cybran air player, Mr. Kraglor, is gonna go and start with the T1 bomber from the very beginning. So, our players. Who do we have here? So, on the front line versus the AI, it is gonna be once again Mr. Derp playing UEF. Then, right behind him, it is gonna be the known sniper, Mr. Farmslecie, playing as Aeon. On the air slot once again, FTX Commando playing Aeon, and last but not least, it is gonna be Natron playing UEF. Their opponents are gonna be Skrat playing Cybran. Then, behind him, it is gonna be Svatosław playing also Cybran. On the front lines for the team Lunishko, it is gonna be Banani playing Cybran. And last but not least, the air player, it is gonna be Limes. But let's go and see what is happening with the early bomber. The bombs have been dropped, one of the engineers is down. Let's see, there is a micro coming out from Derp. And let's see how good is this Zeus bomber gonna be. Is it gonna get some more value or not? The bombs are dropped all over the place, but the kill is still secured. So, quite unfortunate for Mr. Derp, he is not gonna get that juicy hydrocarbon power generator, and he is also gonna lose one more, so unfortunate. And yep, there you go. Here is the sky appreciation moment with all of the psychos on it. And now we will say goodbye to them. Let's see if we have any kind of units made for Ilri raiding parties from any of the teams. Nope. It seems like nobody's gonna go for mech marines or anything this time around. We can see FX Commando just going for the Spirit, as he's just trying to go and find out what are the enemies planning to do. Meanwhile, the M28 AI is already pushing versus the units belonging to Lunishko, as we can see that the green squares belonging to both Xavier and Stackhouse are trying to go and fight enemy engineers, which are trying to just go and build some little mass extractors. They're putting some kind of stuff in the question marks in the chat, not sure why. But yeah, it seems like Svatosław is gonna go and opt for an early drop on the middle. So instead of moving his ACU, he will use the Skyhook, the T1 Cybran transport, to just go and drop the engineers straight into the hot zone, where he's gonna go and grab the control over these mexes. Meanwhile, the opposing team decided to go and push with Derp towards the middle and use his ACU as the build power in here. Not sure which approach I prefer, but I think that using the transport is better. You grab the map control faster, and your ACU can still make it on time. So let's see what's happening on the left side. Farmslecie and Derp having some trouble containing the enemy units, as the M28 is proving to be annoying to deal with. On the bottom part, what's actually interesting is that while Svatosław is going towards the middle, the opposing team from Farmslecie will have Natron and also FX Commando going towards the lonesome ACU of Skrat. So yep, Skrat will have to go and, well, watch for himself, or should I say watch his back, as a single misstep into the face of two enemy ACUs might spell him's doom in a matter of seconds. So yeah, this is gonna be kinda hard to go and see. if he can stay alive in the game for a long time or not. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Limes is not moving his ACU at all. He is not helping Banani, he is not moving it towards the middle, which is a kind of a strange choice, to be honest. Even Farmsletje, as we can see, is moving his own ACU to go and support Derp inside the mid lane, while leaving the enemy ACUs of the M28, well, unattended, with only a few strikers and auroras to go and, well, fend off it, so yeah. I'm afraid to say this is not gonna be enough. Okay, it seems like on the bottom part of the map, Skrat and Natron are actually gonna go and exchange shots here, with Natron being the one ahead in this game. Though Skrat have better region on his ACU, but the problem is, there is actually two ACUs coming his way, as we have not only Natron ACU but also FX Commando making the push along the bottom line. And as such, I'm afraid to say that Skrat will have to go and actually concede a lot of map control on this part. But at the same time, it seems like Banani is having hard time on the top side. As yes, Stackhouse, Luneshko is really in a lot of trouble. As we can see, that both Xavier and Stackhouse are pushing his ACU. And unless Luneshko can actually maintain the distance, he is gonna be in a world of trouble. Yep. Unless Limes wakes up and helps Banani, he might be cooked. But yeah, Limes woke up and chose to go towards the middle, leaving basically Banani in a 2v1 situation. And at the same time, we have M27 Kraglor still trying to be a little pain in the ass for Derp and Farmsletje, but it seems like a single T1 PD is gonna be enough to go and buy them some time. We have a big airfight happening on the middle, as both players from Teams Farms and Team Banani are trying to go and fight it out here. So yep, we have a fast gun upgrade going for Mr. Natron. FX Commando gonna go and move up and support it, so that after it is done, they are actually gonna go and push towards the base belonging to Skrat, and with Skrat not receiving any kind of support from his teammates, this is gonna be a harsh one to defend. I'm hearing bombers somewhere, and I can only assume it's AI bombing someone around. Oh, what a nasty jester from the Mr. Kraglor. Going for the T1 mexes around the map, being just annoying little prick. And oh my goodness, it actually seems like Team Farmsletje is losing the ground on the left flank. As we can see that the base belonging to Derp is basically coming under the fire of the enemy units, like the Medusa and the Mantises belonging to the other team. And with the gun upgrade also being produced by Kraglor, it seems like, yeah, this is gonna be a harsh one. As there is no ACU to defend the left flank for the Team Farmsletje, as all of their ACUs are basically focusing on the enemy players. Meanwhile, gun upgrade on Banani is gonna be enough to go and buy them enough time to go and fend off the forces of Xavier and Stackhouse on the top side, so yes. This might be interesting to see what's gonna happen, as it seems like the deciding factor is gonna be if the ACUs belonging to Team Farmsletje are gonna be able to go and find and kill ACUs of the Team Luneshko before their bases actually get overrun by the M28 forces. Just look at this, there is nothing to go and stop them. The interceptors from the bottom team are not gonna be enough, as the M28 actually have double the amount of units. So yeah, those little jesters from the Kragler are gonna be really annoying to deal with, as they're gonna plinging away at the mexes and other engineers. So yeah, here comes the push on the mid lane, as Derp is trying to go and push in, but the problem is, he have Lobos mixed in with the enemy Mantises, which is not what we wanna go and see, as the Lobos are artillery and Mantis are basically assault bots, so yeah, the victory here in this small fight is most likely gonna go to Mr. Svatosław, who now is also grabbing the self upgrade on his ACU. Let's see. Gun being upgraded on the ACU belonging to Mr. Derp, as Farmsletje have no upgrades available for himself. And at the same time, Svato have just finished his own. Now, together with Limes, he can make a push towards this position here on the mid lane. And I'm afraid to say that Derp and Farms don't really have an answer to that, because they have another problem at their doorstep. The M28 is nearly ready to get and wreck the base belonging to Derp. So yeah, this is not looking so good for the bottom team. Let's see how is the push looking here. It seems like Natron is not willing to actually go. And well, push here versus Skrat. He does have the gun upgrade, just as Skrat. But the problem is he's afraid of the enemy hoplites, which are basically blinking away with rockets from far away at his ACU. So how is this gonna work? Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out for the bottom team. Unless they make the push work out right now. Okay, FTX Commando just grabbed the double gun upgrade on his own ACU, as he is now gonna join Natron in trying to go and make a push versus Skrat on the bottom part. On the mid lane, we have both ACUs from Derp and no Sniper trying to grab the upgrades so they can go 2-2 versus the enemy ACUs, as Svatosław and Limes are laying out the pain versus the units belonging to Derp, who is losing them for free. But the problem is, what are you gonna go and do at the enemy units at your doorstep? Like the T1 PDs are falling one after another. The T1 AA is working overtime for Derp. So yes, how is it gonna work out? Well, it seems like the Kraglor AI is not willing to keep the push going on. Instead, they're gonna slowly but surely work their way with the Lobos and Zuis, while trying to go and destroy the base belonging to Derp. Okay, there was a kill on the top side, as we can see on the bottom part, as Nathan and FX Commando managed to go and secure the kill versus Skrat. And now, they are gonna keep the push going versus the leftovers of the base in here. But the question is, what can they do, as there is also a push happening on the mid lane, as both Farmsletje and Derp are pushing versus the ACU belonging to Svatosław. Another explosion happening in the mid lane, in the top lane, as we have Mr. Banani killing one of the opposing ACUs belonging to Mr. Stackhouse. And it seems like the Jester snipe is gonna be the end of Xavier, as everyone is happening and, well, stuff is happening all over the place. Okay, the Jester is gonna get shot down by the interceptors, but it's still not gonna be enough, and the Xavier ACU is gonna most likely fall down to the forces of Lunishko and his own units. There is more units pushing in there. And now we have double ACU explosion happening on the mid lane, as Svatosław and Limes finish Farmsletje and Derp. And now there's only two ACUs remaining for the team Farms. That is gonna be Natron and FX Commando. Let's see what is gonna be the answer. The interceptors for Mr. Natron are getting shot down by the Swift Twins belonging to Limes. As now the flags are trying to go and buy some times for both Natron and FX Commando, as the Corsairs and Spectre gunships are coming in hot to go and kill the flag after the flag is gone. It seems like Natron and FX Commando are gonna be the next ones to go and fall down, as there is basically nothing they can do about that. They have no air control, no T2 flag available, as they are basically here on the doorstep to their death. We can see the missiles, the shots being fired, as the units, the ACU belonging to Natron is gonna be the first one to go and fall down. No, never mind, he still have some HP remaining. But unfortunately, this is it. They have no response towards the enemy Spectre gunships, as Natron ACU is gonna be the next one to explode. FTX Commando is gonna be the next target, as we can see his ACU trying to go and dodge whatever he can. He brings in some Swifties of his own to go and try to fight versus the enemy onslaught. But still, there is some units available for Mr. Limes, as his Swifties... Okay, never mind. It seems like FX Commando is gonna go and secure his own ACU, but there is another problem. Mr. Svatosław is still not stopping. He is making a push through the mid lane, and there is more problem happening on the left flank, as not only there is big army of M28 units on the doorstep of his well, of the remnants of their base, but there is also a TML missiles being lobbed in his direction. So yes, this is now basically a 1v7 situation where not only he have to go and play versus the enemy ACUs from the Limes, Svato and Lunishko, he also have to go and somehow try to defend his own position versus the forces of M27 AI. And the same can be said about Lunishko trying to go and stay alive on the top side, only half HP remaining on his Cybran ACU. So let's see how this is gonna go and end up. Wait! With the air control now in the hands of FTX Commando, there is the Spectre gunships available for the snipe on the ACUs belonging to Limes and Svatosław. We can see the scouting run done with the Swifties to go and check out if there is any kind of remaining air units to go and shot down these Spectre gunships. There is some T1 T1 anti-air guns available. So let's see what's gonna happen here. And yes, Farms and Dead were sniped by the air, belonging to Limes, but now here is the round number 2. And this time it is FTX Commando trying to go and snipe the enemy forces, as the Spectre gunships are coming in here to go and deal damage to both Svatosław ACU and also the ACU of Limes. But let's see, can he actually make it happen or not? As it is actually gonna be quite hard to go and defend on all of the sides. Another TML missiles fight, and FTX Commando gonna go and say, well, I'm not wasting my time for this. GG's, well played, let's go next one.